Hello again, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for joining us. This afternoon we're outside because it's a lovely sunny afternoon, even though apparently tomorrow it's going to be completely different. We've got sounds of nature, we've got a woodpecker in the background hammering on a tree. It's really great. We're going to do some seed sowing. This is seed sowing madness, seed sowing mayhem. We've got 13 lots of veggie and fruit seeds to plant. We're going to see if we can get them all in this video. Most of these we've planted before for ourselves, but we need to plant them again because we want a succession of crops going through the season. So I'm going to start straight away. Less talking, more action. I'm going to start at this end. The very first one that we're sowing is kale. Kale is a very useful crop. We really like it. We're going to plant in these cells here. I'm going to try and put 2 seeds into each tray. In an ideal situation, I'm putting 2 of these little seeds into each one of the cells. Okay, so that is my kale. I'm now going to go on to number 2 of the 13, Calabrese. One of our favourite vegetables. My wife and I both love Calabrese. We want a nice succession of Calabrese through the season. So, basically, same idea. The seeds are about the same size. I'm trying to put a couple of seeds into each one of these cells. I'm planting at a depth of about half a centimetre, I guess. I'm going to cover over in a minute or two. You can hear the woodpecker again. Okay, I'm actually going to cover these over before moving on. I'm covering over with sieved multi-purpose compost with perlite mixed in. Compost in the cells has been well watered. It's a multi-purpose compost with perlite mixed in. Okay, I've got to water those and then they're going to go into the greenhouse. Going on now. Next one we're going to do some more tomatoes. Tomato that we're planting is Shirley, one of our favourite tomatoes. So here I'm going to try and put 1 or 2 into each one of the cells. My wife is laughing because she can hear the woodpecker again. I'm going to have to transfer 1 across there. That should be good. Let's move that one there. Okay, so that's my tomatoes.
Next.
I'm now going to move on to the cucumber. Cucumber that we're planting is Burpless Tasty Green F1. These seeds are bigger. These are easier to plant. So we're going to put 1 into each of the cells. Okay, put those back in there. On now to peppers. We need some more peppers. I'm going to try and put 1 into each one of the cells. Okay, so we'll put that one down. The last one here is okra. It's something you may not be that familiar with. It probably originates in Asia. It's a very nice crop.
Yes.
Sometimes referred to as, what's it, ladies' fingers?
Yes, it is.
Ladies' fingers, absolutely. My wife knows all about this particular crop, and it's very good for soups and
stews.
Okay, so we're going to give okra a go. It'll be the first time that we've actually tried it, so we'll see how we get on with it. All right, so we've sowed the seeds in here, so now we're going to cover over. Each of these here is about 1/2 centimetre in depth. Woodpecker again.
The sun is shining now.
Yeah, it's a nice afternoon at the moment. The sun is shining. It's not too cold. Well, it's probably going to be tomorrow. Good. All of the crops there are going to be put into the greenhouse. They will need some heat to germinate. Moving on to the next tray. To start off with, we've got 2 different types of lettuce. Here we've got lettuce all year round, which is one of our favourite lettuces. It's very versatile.
Yeah.
So we're going to put these tiny little seeds. I'm going to aim to try and put 2 into each cell. Sometimes easier said than done. I'm going to try. Okay. This is another lettuce. This is Webb's Wonderful. A really old crisp head lettuce. I remember my father growing Webb's Wonderful. It was his favourite type of lettuce.
Really?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, he really liked Webb's Wonderful. Grew a lot of them. He sold quite a lot as well. Okay, so now we're going on to courgettes. Courgette we're planting is that one there. Best of British F1. Okay. The courgettes seeds are nice and big. Makes it nice and easy for me.
Are you sure they are not cucumber?
I'm hoping they're not cucumber anyway. Well, have you changed them over? You're trying to surprise me, to confuse me. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Okay, so that's that one. And now finally, on this tray here, we're going to go on to Pak Choi.
Our favorite.
Again, yeah, another one of our favourites. In fact, we had it at lunchtime, didn't we,
Yeah.
Pak Choi? Lovely. Probably Asian origins again, I think. But we certainly love our Pak Choi.
Just cook with butter.
Indeed, in the greenhouse at the far, right down the bottom, there's actually some Pak Choi from last year. Again, very small seed. Okay, so that's that then. So now we'll just put a little bit of compost over again.
Compost with perlites.
Yep, compost with perlite. Sieved compost with perlite. All of these units will need some heat as well. So we're going to put them, particularly with the weather that's coming up at the moment, so we're going to put them into greenhouse with gentle heat.
It's gonna be frosty morning again.
Going to be a frosty morning. Well, not tonight it's not, but
no.
thereafter it's going to be frosty
There's
mornings, I think.
okay.
Yeah, nature's great this afternoon. We've had the squirrels out playing on the lawn, haven't we? We've had all sorts of birds and bird song. And now we've got the woodpecker. So we're making quite good progress here. Now we're on to, what do you think those are? Any idea?
Peas.
Parsnips. Okay, we're on to parsnips.
Wrong.
Yep.
I didn't see.
Now the parsnips I'm going to put into grow tubes. Can you just show the grow tubes in there, please?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try and put 1 or 2. Whoops, oh, too many went in there. Butterfingers. Needs a lady's dainty fingers for this.
Oh, you need my fingers.
Yeah, I need your fingers. I think you should be doing this job and I should be behind the camera. That'd be good.
Next time.
Yeah, next time. Yeah. The viewers will look forward to that. Okay, so we've put some into each one of the grow tubes. And again, going to fill up with some compost. These grow tubes will probably go into the polytunnel, I would have thought. I don't think they're going to need any heat. We're going to have to see though what the weather's going to be like. The grow tubes are ideal for the roots of the parsnips. Parsnips don't like to be disturbed, and the grow tubes can be planted directly into the ground and they will degrade and the parsnips can grow away from there. Okay, we have to tidy that up a little bit afterwards and water them, but that's the basic idea. Next one, what are we on to? Number 10, is it? Something like that. We're on to peas. We've got some peas coming up really well. There's some peas at the end of the polytunnel there that you can see that are coming on quite well. We need to make another sowing. So we're going to sow Onward, isn't it? Yeah, Onward. Onward main crop peas. We're going to use a sleeve method that we use with our peas. So we've got our cardboard sleeves in, and we're now going to sow the peas over the surface of the compost in the sleeves. I want to put quite a lot of peas on, because it's having quite a lot of peas that actually encourages the roots to knit together, which means that when you actually remove the cardboard sleeves, the whole lot stays together and doesn't fall apart. So I want to put a nice covering of peas on the surface here. I think that's about right? Yeah, okay. I think that would be absolutely fine. So we'll put some compost on. This is just ordinary multi-purpose. This has not been sieved, it hasn't got perlite in it. I'm planting here to a depth of just over a centimetre, I would have thought. Somewhere between 1 and 2 centimetres ideally. Okay, so I think that will be alright. Got to water those. Those will go into possibly a greenhouse with gentle heat. When they've grown on later in the season, we simply lift these sleeves out, and the roots of the peas will have knitted it all together, and you should be able to get them out quite easily to go into the trenches where they're going to grow. I think we've got 1 to go. I think we've done 12 and we've got 1 to go. We're thinking about beetroot to finish off. We're going to make another sowing of beetroot. Beetroot Boltardy, our favourite type of beetroot. We're going to start off with these cell units here, and we're going to cluster sow. We're going to put, I think, about 3 into each one of the cells. There's a little cluster of them.
Are you sure you're putting 3 in there?
Well, my counting is not brilliant, I must admit. But you can do it next time. I'll be behind the camera and I'll be laughing at you, maybe. Okay, so I think that's going to be fine. I think that will do, something like that. I'm just going to put some compost on. I'm planting at a depth of about 1 centimetre, I guess. That's what I'm aiming for. Okay. The alternative way that we sow beetroot to go indoors is in the trays, actually in the cardboard sleeves. Now, we haven't actually done this before. We didn't do it last year. We did the peas and it was very successful. We haven't tried the sleeves with the beetroot, but we're going to try it. We're going to see how we get on. So we'll actually sow these while we're here. Alright, I think that should be okay. We just put some compost on top. This morning, before we came on camera, we did salad, onions and carrots in exactly the same way. In the cell units and in the cardboard sleeves. We're going to compare the two ways of doing it and see what we think is best.
Be careful with the bee.
Yep, there's now a bee after me. It's a bumblebee chasing me, so I'm told. I think it's one of those afternoons. Already been attacked by a queen wasp in the conservatory, but the queen wasp came out second best, I'm afraid. And now I'm being attacked by a bumblebee. Right, I think that's about it then. I think that we've planted 13 types of veggie and salad crops in about 10 minutes. Don't know whether that's a record or not.
No, it's not. Almost 20.
Almost 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Goodness me, I've been talking too much. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the experience. We've been having some fun. Hope you've had some fun as well. Thanks a lot for watching.